Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has been out for 5 days now at the time of this recording, but I can tell you already, I know one thing that is going to destroy the game completely and leave it ending up with barely any players. It's more than just saying, okay, it's this thing, and then voila, we're done, because in this video it would take about 30 seconds, if not less. But let me try and explain to you why exactly this problem will make the demise of Black Ops 6 a reality. As I said, the game's been out for 5 days, and already I'm looking here at the Steam page, as I have been on the last couple of days. I've been checking Twitter, TikTok, all different kinds of social media, as well as Steam, just look at the reviews. What are people thinking of the game? When we go and look, we already see mixed reviews with a 63 positive review on Black Ops 6 on Steam. Now, there's only 4,000 reviews, so that doesn't mean that there's everyone's opinion here. I think that maybe a lot more people might enjoy this and whatnot, but I do understand where people are coming from with the hate. Now you might be thinking, is it the giant download size that basically means you have to download for 3 days in order to just get the game to work? No, it's not actually that, surprisingly enough. Is it the bland generic stuff that they're doing every single game again and again and again? Honestly, that doesn't seem to be a problem for most players. Is it tryhards? Yeah, in a way. Let me try and explain. A lot of times when you used to play games with Call of Duty, Black Ops, with Modern Warfare, with the earlier titles, you had these people that would grind the game constantly so that they could get certain skins. You had the gold weapon skins that people would grind for, getting hundreds of thousands of kills or doing other different challenges just in order to get the skin and be able to flex with this certain skin and say like, hey, look, I did this. This is the work I put in. That has been completely stripped out of the game, okay? Maybe it's still small a bit in there, but for the most part, if you want cool skins, you're gonna have to show up with your credit card, and that's pretty much the only way to get the coolest skins now. This of course means that people still want to grind for certain things. They still want to be the best at the game, and in a way that creates a lot of tryhards. But the big problem that is there is the content creators, which is ironic as a content creator myself. But when I look at videos, especially on TikTok, on Twitch, on YouTube, any video about Black Ops 6, it's about getting 50 kills in a single multiplayer match, doing this Easter egg in a speed run, doing this, doing that. It has to be the fastest thing, it has to be the best thing, it has to be done so incredibly well, so min-maxing to get this sort of meta going. And the game's been out, like I said, for 5 days. The game wasn't even out, I think, 2 days when I already started seeing a lot of that show up on the internet. A lot of people constantly try hard on this game, and because these content creators constantly do that, because of course it gains them content, I'm not hating on them, but it ruins the experience for a lot of different other players. You either follow or you just lie behind. You lag behind. So you either try hard or you end up not being good at the game. That's pretty much the only two differences you can make between a tryhard and a non-tryhard is, well, you're not really good at the game because you don't do this omni movement, jumping around, whatever. I saw a TikTok of someone jumping out like a 3-story window out in the game and then getting shot midair. Why would you ever do that if it just means your demise? It's just tryhard stuff, and I think a lot of people are already getting tired of this. I mean, let's be honest here. Which Call of Duty have you ever bought and played past the first month? And I'm not talking about Warzone. Don't get me wrong here. You might still, play Warzone after that, but just the multiplayer of the game. I'm not talking zombies, I'm not talking Warzone. Just the multiplayer of the game. How long do you play that? I can guarantee you after the first month, it is done for you. A lot of people are sick and tired of the multiplayer because of the fact that it's just a simple, same thing as it is every year, and it's like that 2-week Minecraft addiction that just happens every year. The same goes for a Call of Duty title. It comes every 1 or 2 years. You buy it, you play it, and hell, you paid 80 euros for this. 80 euros for the standard edition of a video game. Why is the price so high? This is Black Ops 6. I have to agree, it is cool that the zombies is there. The campaign, from what I've heard, is very, very good. I can't hate on those aspects, but multiplayer is where it's at. It's where you keep your players, right? When you play single player, you do the campaign and so forth. You maybe play the campaign 10 years later, but other than that, you do not want to play that campaign. Zombies keeps you going with friends, cooperatively, playing together. The fact they had to advertise this so many times that round-based zombies is back baffles me. Where in the design choice did it ever make sense not to have round-based zombies? I know that this is a thing from last year or last Call of Duty where this wasn't the case, where it was like a different type of zombies game mode that just didn't sit well for anyone, because, you know, round-based zombies is honestly as simple as it needs to be, but it works. But multiplayer is always the same. Okay, yeah, sure, it's different maps. You have different kind of things you can do in the game. I understand that that makes it fun and enjoyable for a lot of different people, but for me personally, and I think for a lot of other people, the game kind of loses its touch eventually. So content creators are way too try hard, and because of that, I think the game is going to ultimately lose its player base after a month's time, as it has been for the last couple of Call of Duties. It's pretty much the same recycled game in multiplayer again and again and again. It's become a cash grab, so unlocking a lot of things, not really the case. A lot of times, if you actually have a life outside of playing the game, that's also a big problem for Call of Duty. You need to grind just in order to get the best guns with the best attachments, because that's also an aspect of the game that people constantly min-max and create this huge meta about. And for me personally, and for a lot of people, that creates a big problem. And you'll see already, as the reviews have went from very positive to mixed in a few days, they will probably go down even lower to maybe 50%, showing that even when you make a game as big as Call of Duty, a lot of people are still going to be dissatisfied to buy and play the game simply because of design choices and, in multiplayer, the tryhards. Now, that's my 2 cents. I hope you enjoyed the video. If not, or if you have, please leave a comment down below. Let's have a bit of a discussion about this game. Other than that, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And like I said, you sometimes may have this 2-week Minecraft phase. Well, I talk about Minecraft in this video right here, and I talk about why it updates so slow, because I do think that it does update kind of slow. So why not check it out, and I'll see you there.